Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. This is your friend Sujoy bringing you Elementary Japanese, a crash course for JLPT N5 N4. This is the 12th lecture of this series, and in this series we are following the popular Japanese textbook called Elementary Japanese Volume 1 by Professor Yoko Hasegawa. We are at lesson 3 of that book, which is places, and today is the fourth part of lesson 3, in which we are going to discuss a dialogue or kaiwa as it is called in Japanese, and the topic of the dialogue is there is a post office near campus. This is the front page of the book Elementary Japanese by Yoko Hasegawa and his team, and this is the content of lesson 3 of this book, which is places. There is a post office near campus. As you can see, the green arrows indicate that these are the topics that we have already covered in the previous 3 lectures of this series, and we are left with 3 topics of this chapter of this lesson, among which the one identified in this blue box will be done in today's lecture. And in the next lecture, that is lecture 13 of this series, we will do the exercises and vocabulary of this lesson, and in that way lesson 3 will get completed. So in today's lesson we are going to look at the dialogue and usage of a conversation. There is a post office near campus. So let's see what this dialogue is all about. So this is the first page of lesson 3, which is places. So as you can see here, there is a conversation going on between two persons. So let's try to read this hiragana. So although we have just started to the kanji has been introduced in this lesson, but pure hiragana and katakana have been used in this lesson. No kanji have been used, so you should be able to read this through. So you can see here, daigaku no chikaku ni yubin kyoku ga arimasu. So we have already learned these components which I just read out. Daigaku means university. Daigaku no chikaku means near the university. And we use the ni particle when we associate a place with a, when we talk about a place. So daigaku no chikaku ni yubin kyoku. Yubin kyoku means post office. So there is a post office near the campus. So here campus means university. That's why it's written Daigaku. Daigaku no chikaku ni yubin kyoku ga arimasu. So there exists a post office near the university. So now let's look at the conversation that is going on. So we see that this person is referring to this lady by the name Son-san. So this example we have seen earlier also in this book. So Son-san, kono daigaku ni nihongo no toshokan ga arimasu ka? Son-san, kono daigaku ni nihongo no toshokan ga arimasu ka? Arimasu yo. どこにありますか？日本語プログラムのビルの隣にあります。So I just read out what is written in Japanese. So I hope some of you might have followed. So let's do one more time. 孫さん、この大学に日本語の図書館がありますか？ありますよ。どこにありますか？日本語プログラムのビルの隣にあります。日本語プログラムのビルの隣にあります。So now let's see what does that mean. So in the first block we had Son-san, この大学に日本語の図書館がありますか？この大学 means this university. この大学に日本語の図書館 that means Nihongo no toshokan, toshokan means library. Nihongo no toshokan means Japanese library. That is a library for Japanese books. So kono daigaku ni nihongo no toshokan. That means Japanese books library at this university. Ga arimasu ka is there. That means Sonsan, is there a library for Japanese books at this university? And the actual meaning is Sonsan, does this university have a special library for Japanese books? This is what is meant by this question. Sonsan, kono daigaku ni nihongo no toshokan ga arimasu ka? Now, kono, sono, ano, this you have already learned in previous lessons. That means this university. That means it's talking about a specific university. So here kono is used as an adjective form. Kono daigaku ni Nihongo no Toshokan. Since Nihongo no Toshokan is a place and Daigaku is the noun or the subject, so it has to be followed by the ni particle. That's why Daigaku ni Nihongo no Toshokan ga arimasu ka? Kono Daigaku ni Nihongo no Toshokan ga arimasu ka? Sonsan, does this university have a special library for Japanese books? Now Sonsan replies, arimasu yo. Yes, there is. Yes, it does. So this person was Miller. As you can see here, Mira. So it is Miller. And Sonsan replies, yes, there is, or yes, it does. And the use of the yo particle, with this also we had learned in the last lesson, in the last lecture, that this is used for emphasis in a non-formal communication to show some kind of excitement or show some kind of enthusiasm or some emphasis, but for informal communication only. So yo particle can be used. She could have said a arimas. So that would have been very cold approach. So yo adds some kind of spice or excitement. Now the usage. This usage comment has been given in the book about Nihongo no Toshokan. So Nihongo no Toshokan literally means a library of Japanese language, and the other thing which we saw here about the usage is a. So this a is a downward intonation. That means a. It's not like that. It's a. That means it is falling intonation. Arimasu yo. That means yes, it does. And it is a less formal and less gentler than hi. Yes. So it is, this should also be noted about its usage, that a is less formal and gentler than hi. So she could have said hi as well, but since this is an informal communication, they are friends, so she decided to say a instead of hi. So she could have said hi arimasu. Instead of that, she said e arimasu. So both a and yo are informal language, part of the informal language. So the same conversation, now we come to the second part where Miller says doko ni arimasu ka? That means she said when so initially he asked, is there a Japanese library books in the university campus? She said yes, it does. And then he asks, doko ni arimasu ka? Doko ni arimasu ka? Doko means where. This also we have learned. Koko, soko, asoko will be the answer. Koko means here, soko means there, and asoko means over there. So doko ni arimasu ka? That means where does it exist? Where does it lie? Where is it? Where does it exist? And then Sonsan replies, Nihongo puruguramu no biru no tonari ni arimasu. So since there is ni particle after tonari, so that implies that tonari is some kind of place or a place indicator, because only after a place or a place indicator we use the ni particle. So Nihongo Purugram, that means Nihongo program. So as you can see, this is written in katakana. That means it's an English word. So Puruguramu means program. Japanese program no Biru means building. This is again a katakana word. Biru. Biru means building. So then biru no tonari. Tonari means next. Next to. Ni arimasu. That means Nihongo Purugramu no biru no tonari ni arimasu. So Nihongo programs buildings next to. So next to the Japanese program building. That means the post office, the Japanese library, the Japanese books library is located next to the Japanese program, next to the Japanese program office, next to the building of the Japanese program. So it next to the building where the Japanese program office is, as you can see here. Nihongo Purugramu no biru no tonari ni arimasu. Next, we come to the next part of this conversation. So now we can see here the from the hand you can make out that this black coat, that means this is this lady. So in the previous one, the lady had answered this question. That means it implies that the next question will be asked by Miller-san. So Miller, so this, although Miller is not visible here, but he is asking this question. Ano, see here, ano, Nihongo Purugramu no biru wa dore desu ka? Now earlier it was doko desu ka. Now the same question has been asked with dore desu ka? Ano, Nihongo Purugramu no biru wa dore desu ka? Now what is the difference between doko and dore? Doko means where, dore means which one, which. So he is asking which one is the Nihongo programs building? Because she said that the library is next to the Nihongo program building. So now Miller is asking, then which is the uh, Nihongo program building? And then Sonsan says, Anobiru des, that building. Anobiru means that building. Kono, sono, ano. Kono means this, sono means that, and ano means that over there. Since that building is away from both the speaker and the listener, so ano will be used and not sono. Then comes the reaction from Miller. He says, ah, so desu ka, so desu ka. Daigaku ni yubin kyoku mo arimasu ka? So he was little surprised. A is used to express a little surprise. So this means, oh, I see. And then, sorry. And then he says, he asks another question. Daigaku ni, that means at the university. Yubin kyoku mo arimasu ka? Is there a post office as well? That means, is there a post office as well in the university campus? This is the next question that he has asked. So what's the answer that we will see on the next slide? Because in this one, Sonsan has not answered to this question. So now let's go through the meaning one by one. So Miller-san asked first, ano, Nihongo purugramu no biru wa dore desu ka? So ano means, that means it is a kind of acknowledgement what the other person has just said. So this is kind of informal acknowledgement. Which one is the Japanese program office? So as I said, dore desu ka means which one. Ano biru desu, that building. This also we just saw. And then there is some additional information given in the usage part. Ano. Ano is equivalent to or well. It indicates that the speaker has something to say but is hesitant to say it for some reason. Ano can also be used to cut in on a conversation. In general, it allows the speaker to sound less direct and therefore more polite. Sound less direct and therefore more polite. So ano, why Millerson is saying ano? Because he thinks that probably that he is asking question after question. So maybe Sonsan will get tired of his questions. So she already said that it is next to the Japanese program office, and even after that Millerson is asking now which one is Japanese program office. So he's kind of apologetic in the sense. So it's ano is like it's a very broad word. It can be used in several contexts. So here slightly hesitantly Millerson asks the other question, and before that he uses ano as an expression that it's a little hesitant. And then so desu ka? Oh, I see. Daigaku ni yubin kyoku mo arimasu ka? Is there a post office on campus too? So mo particle, we had learned the usage of mo particle, that it is used to represent to, even, also, and as well. Next part of this conversation, when he asked, is there a post office? Then the answer given by Sonsan is Ie arimasen. That means no, there isn't. There is no post office inside the campus. Demo. Demo means but or however. Yubin kyoku wa daigaku no chikaku ni arimasu yo. That means it's not inside the campus, but the post office near the is near the university. It's very near. It may not be inside, but it's very near. Chikaku means near. And again, yo particle has been used as she is providing some new information, and she is again excited to help out Miller-san. And then again he says, oh, I see, so desu ka? And then he says, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much, because he has been asking many questions and she has been replying to all. So he finally says, thank you very much. And she says, ah, asoko ni. So she is little surprised. Ah, asoko ni Koyama-san. So this is, she is talking about some other person. Asoko ni Koyama-san ga imasu. Koyama-san ga imasu. Koyama-san wa watashi no roommate desu. Okay, so she is now giving some other information because Miller-san is new to this university. So she is saying that, she is a little surprised to see her other friend. So who is the other friend? Koyama-san. So Asokoni, that is over there. So there are two persons here talking. One of them is Koyama-san, which she is referring to while talking to Miller-san. So she says that over there is Koyama-san. Koyama-san is my roommate. Koyama-san wa watashi no. That means my roommate. Roommate. That means roommate. She is my roommate. So Son-san says, Ie arimasen. No, there isn't. Demo yubin kyoku wa daigaku no chikaku ni arimasu yo. But there is one near the campus or near the university campus. Demo means but or however. It's a casual expression. A more formal is kere demo. Kere demo is a more formal version. So demo can be used in informal communication. So for but or however. So this is a conjunction. And Millerson says, so desu ka? I see. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. And Son-san says, asoko ni Koyama-san ga imasu. Koyama-san wa watashi no roommate desu. Oh, that's Koyama-san over there. She is my roommate. Is in this sentence expresses surprise. So means oh, and means oh. So it's actually a kind of surprise that she didn't expect something to happen and something has happened in front of her. So this is an expression of surprise. So this kind of expressions are there in every language. If you think carefully, you will find that in your language also there are such short expressions to express surprise. So now the last part of the conversation. Now Millerson says, uh, "Dono hito desu ka?" So what does that mean? So Son-san said that over there is my friend or is my roommate Koyama-san. Now there are several persons here. You can see at least three other people here. So how would Miller-san know which one she is talking about, whom she is indicating to? So that's why he says, Dono hito desu ka? So now dono has also come. So doko, dore, dono. All the three question words have come in this conversation. So dono hito desu ka? Hito means person. Dono hito means which person. So when we talk about person, we don't say dore hito. It will be dono hito. Dono hito desu ka? Which person, which one, or which person you are talking about. And she says in this, ano onna no hito desu. So now she raises her hand and points to a particular lady and says that that person. Ano means that person over there. That person over there, that lady, because onna no hito. So onna and otoko. Otoko is for man, onna is for woman. It's basically otoko is male and onna is female. So otoko no hito means a male person, that is a man, and onna no hito is a female person or a woman. So ano onna no hito desu. So you can see here it's written ano onna no hito desu. That means that lady over there. And then Miller-san says, ah, ano hito desu ka? So now here, although there is ka, this is not a question because there is nothing to ask here. So ano hito desu ka? It's just like so desu ka. So this is a falling intonation. In case a ka word ends with a rising intonation, that means that's a question. If I say ano hito desu ka, that means is it that person? That is a question. But here he says ano hito desu ka? That means oh, is that person. So this is not a question, but it is just a kind of acknowledgement or a just kind of confirmation that whatever she said, he is acknowledging that he has understood what she said. So for from that point of view, here ka is used. Otherwise, this is not a question. This is a kind of acknowledgement. And is o. So again, it's o, but with a slightly different meaning. Had it been a single that means that means some kind of surprise. That means he is surprised to hear what she said. So here he is not surprised because there is nothing to be surprised about because all of them are visible here. So this is a kind of exclamation that oh, I see. So he's happy to know who the roommate of Son-san is. So Miller-san asks, "Dono hito desu ka?" Which person is she? And Son-san says, "Ano onna no hito desu." That woman over there. And then Miller-san says, ano hito desu ka? Oh, that person. See here, there is no question mark. Just oh, that person. So in this way, this short conversation has ended. And there is another usage here. Is the falling intonation as I just said. Conveys the same meaning as so desu ka. So it conveys the same meaning that oh, but the exclamation or the intonation makes the it differentiates a small from a long a. So friends, I think we are done with today's lesson. So we did so in fact, let me do something. Okay, so it's already there. Yeah, so the green arrows indicate that these topics have been now covered in the last three lessons and this fourth lesson, fourth video of this lesson. And the items that are left with are exercises and vocabulary, which we will do in the next lecture, which will be the 13th lecture of this series and fifth part of lesson 3. And in that we will wind up lesson 3, and subsequently we will move on to lesson 4 of the book Elementary Japanese by Yoko Hasegawa. So friends, that's all for now. If you are a new subscriber or if you have stumbled upon this video for the first time, then I would recommend you that you go through the previous 12 videos if you are going to take JLPT N5 or N4 and start learning from the very beginning of this book, so that you do not miss something or you do not jump over things and all your concepts are clear. So if you are not a subscriber yet of this channel, then you can subscribe so as to get notifications from time to time whenever we upload a new video. You can comment on the videos if you did not understand something or if you have a feedback. And if you want to reach out to me personally or privately, then you can send me an email at saraljapani@gmail.com and I shall respond to your email as quickly as possible. That's all for now, friends. Thanks for watching this video, and till we meet again, mata imasho.